You're supposed to evolve. We've been trained to be who we were not to be. And as a result, most of us are living a misplaced life. A lot of people have made the decision to give up. A lot of people have thrown in the towel. It's a new day. And it's a new day, it's got to be a new you. It's a process to achieve mastery. And quitting does not make it any faster. You got to be willing to go all in for you. We got to be more determined and be willing to do whatever it takes to live our dreams. There are people that are disillusioned out here. People are feeling weak and powerless out here. We got all the tools we need to do whatever we want to do. You get up in the morning like that. You get up in the morning and say, all things work together for good. Lord, whatever I face today, together you and I can handle it. Just say to yourself, this is going to be the best day of my life.
Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this, you don't have everything it takes. Shut up! When you're working on something you want to achieve, you have got to stand up to that voice. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day. Whatever we have right now, whatever we're demonstrating in our lives, is a result of what we believe subconsciously that we deserve. You can learn all the techniques in the world. If you don't believe in yourself, it won't happen for you. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job. Telling yourself every day, here I go again. And I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
We all have promises we're standing on. It's easy to believe at first, but what happens when nothing is improving? That's a test. Before the promise comes to pass, most of the time, you have to go from I believe to I still believe. Still believe means you're not moved by what's not changing. You're not discouraged by how long it's taking, the disappointment. You know God is still on the throne. What He promised is on the way. Don't get talked out of what you're believing for. The pandemic has slowed my business, but I still believe I'm gonna have a blessed year. God is looking for I still believe people. You had every right to give up. The setback should have talked you out of it. You haven't seen any sign of things changing, but you keep believing. All the facts say it's impossible. Your attitude is, that's okay. God can do the impossible. The medical report says you're not going to get well. I'm not worried. God can do what medicine cannot do. I still believe. Maybe you tried to accomplish a dream. No doors opened. The people you need weren't there for you. That's all a part of the process. God didn't give you the dream and not have a way to bring it to pass. Are you going to get talked out of it? Give up on a dream because it hasn't happened yet? God didn't change His mind. He doesn't abort dreams. He just needs some I still believe faith. Don't get talked out of your dreams. The disappointment is not going to cause you to get discouraged. The negative chatter, the people who don't believe in you, is not going to dampen your faith. Who did you wrong? The environment you were raised in is not going to stop your destiny. Pass the test. Your time is coming. It's not too late. What God put in your heart is still on the way. When you have I still believe faith, miracles are set in motion. Favor, healing, divine connections. God will make things happen that seem unlikely. Are you letting your circumstances talk you out of what God put in your heart? God still wants to bring it to pass, but you have to get in agreement with Him and say, God, I still believe it can happen. You have to have a made-up mind that you're going to believe until you see that promise come to pass. Now, maybe what you're believing for is taking longer than you thought. Thoughts are whispering, you're wasting your time. Instead of going from I believe to I gave up, go from I believe to I still believe. The odds are against me, but I still believe I can accomplish my dreams. I was raised in dysfunction, but I still believe I can live an abundant, victorious life. A friend of mine wanted to start a business, came up with a very impressive business plan. He needed funding. He went to his bank, they studied his plan and turned him down. He was disappointed, but he went to another bank. Same thing, he was turned down. He could have been discouraged, given up, but every time he left a bank, his attitude was, they may have said no, but I know God says yes. I still believe. There will be people that try to talk you out of your promise. Don't expect everyone to be for you. Sometimes it's our own thoughts that tell us it's not going to happen. Tune that out. Keep your mind filled with faith, filled with hope. There's a battle taking place in our mind. Thoughts whispering, you'll never meet the right person. You can't pass that college course. If you dwell on those thoughts, you'll get talked out of what you're believing for. If you start dwelling on it, these problems are so big, I don't see how it can work out. Before long, you'll be negative, giving up on dreams. Don't take the bait. Those are lies to try to defraud you out of your purpose, to try to keep you from seeing the awesome things that God has in store. While you're waiting on the promise, the enemy will work overtime. Do yourself a favor, ignore it. When the lies come, just say, no thanks, I still believe.
See, the devil has one mission, is to rob you of your destiny. If he can get you to give up, you have been robbed of your destiny. When you have thoughts that are negative, that's not God. You got to understand that this hard time that you're going through prepares you for the life God has for you. Everything you ever thought you would not make it through, you got past it. Now, if you're currently going through something right now, you're going to get past that too.
Keep your mind filled with faith. God is still on the throne. He's planned out your days for good. You can say like David, though I am surrounded by trouble, my heart will know no fear. For surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Yes, we're going to have disappointments, things we don't understand, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. You're not moved by what's not happening, by the setbacks. You have a made-up mind. You believe that God is in control and that what He promised will come to pass. All the forces of darkness cannot keep you from your destiny. Don't be intimidated by the opposition. That's a sign that you're close to your victory. You don't deny the facts, but you're not moved by the facts. In the face of the giants, you declare, I still believe.
Never wait on the right time, because the right time ain't ever coming. You have to go. See, when you have these ideas of greatness, you got to go forward, because it's not going to be a right time. Just go, jump, take a chance. If you ever planning on soaring, you're going to have to jump. But if you don't do it now, when you going to do it?
Do you know how much time you have left? Do it now. Take action now.
Because you only got 8 years of life, by the way, just so you know. Average person lives 78. You spend 28 of those years sleeping. You spend another 3 or 4 shopping, traffic, add it up, you get 8 years. And you're not a newborn, so you got less than that. You don't need to know a little more. You need to execute a little more. You need to make some mistakes. Quit trying to be perfect. The best people I know in business, they take action when they don't know everything. You need to embrace the mess. Embrace the chaos. You're never going to know everything you think you need to know. You take action. The Lord has a way. When you step into a new space of revealing to you the people, places, resources, and things you need in that space, and you go from there and you go to the next one.
It's your time.